Call this August 10th meeting of the Aberdeen School Board to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mr. Brian Sharp. Mr. Aaron Schultz. Here. Mr. Brad Olson.
Present.
Mr. Darren Beckus. Dr. Gil Bortnam.
Here.
Mr. Elliott Call.
Here.
Mr. Mark Murphy.
Here.
Good news.
Okay, we have several good news items this evening. Wait for them to come in here.
Round them up.
Yeah. Good evening. Okay. This is Scott Nolder from the Sertoma Club. He's one of our Sertoma Club members, and he is here tonight to present a very special award to two of our teachers. So I'll let him give a little background on the award, and then I'll let the teachers talk a little bit about why they're being recognized.
Thanks, Dr. Guffin. Thanks, school board, for allowing me to come in and present this little award that the Sertoma Club gives out. It's our biggest award that we give out. So a lot of people in Aberdeen know the Sertoma Club to be involved with storybook land. But one of the things that we do every year is we recognize people in our community who go above and beyond when it comes to service. So all year long, every year, we're kind of keeping an eye on what's going on in the community and trying to make note of that. Well, Number Ninjas came to our attention for a lot of different reasons. But when we had a chance to really dig in and learn more about how this was really impacting the students at the Aberdeen School District, along with just kind of the energy that it was bringing, it certainly was something that stood out to us that these two teachers are really providing a level of service kind of above and beyond what they do on a daily basis to make sure that Number Ninjas is a success, and it provides an opportunity for the kids in school to really have that outlet when it comes to math. So the Service to Mankind recipients for us, every year we have a long list of those who've received that in our community over the years. And so Michaela and Katie are joining a very distinguished list for that. And when it comes to the Service to Mankind recipients, like, we're kind of a local group here, but we're also regional. And so then we have a little write-up that we put together about Number Ninjas, Michaela and Katie. And then that gets passed on. So kind of up the chain for further award recognition. And then we're kind of in competition with our other regional people. So the Sertoma Club would like to thank Michaela and Katie for their opportunity for us to give them this award. And from the club's behalf, we'd like to just say thank you again for everything that you do. Your service to the Aberdeen community is very welcome, and give you a chance to say something to the school.
It was an honor to get. It was pretty exciting to have Scott get a hold of us and tell us. We enjoy Number Ninjas. I feel like we're a really good team, so that's part of the success.
Absolutely, yeah. It was just a lot of fun. We were happy to be able to do it. So
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think OM Tiffany started the
yes,
program, right?
yep.
So do you want to just give a little history there, how the program came about? I think you piloted the program, and then pretty soon it was.
So Adam Buckhouse reached out and he said he wanted to start like a math counts program for the elementary students. And he asked if there would be teachers that would want to sign up and get started. So we signed up and we just sat together and thought about like what the classes would look like and what we would teach. And then, this last year we started the competitions with other schools, and all the other schools around joined, which was amazing. So, yeah.
You don't have any Number Ninjas hiding back there.
You should have.
You never know, they make
Come in.
We've had many ninjas at the meeting.
Yes, we have.
Yes, something I thought I'd ever say, but.
Yes.
Adam is a Sertoman, correct?
Yes, yep.
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 Well, thank you very much. This is a very
Congrats.
successful program, and we're happy that you were honored for your work. And we thank the Sertoma Club for recognizing the work of our teachers in the program.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
No carbon. No carbon. No carbon. No carbon.
Yeah. Okay, we have other really, really great news tonight. At the end of July, the South Dakota Coaches Association meets, and they select different coaches from different fields as their Coach of the Year. And as you look in front of you, Aberdeen was very, very successful this year with 4 Coaches of the Year. I'll introduce them and I'll let them give themselves. Kim Zimmerman was honored for the Girls Golf Coach of the Year. Nat Osborne was a Middle School Assistant Coach of the Year. Steph Ailey, also Middle School Assistant Coach of the Year. And Katie Anderson was Boys Athletic Assistant Coach of the Year. So all 4 of them, different fields, different events, different things that they do, but all of them were recognized by their peers across the state as the top coach in this area. So I'll give you a chance to talk a little bit about what you do.
Go ahead, Katie. I was somehow nominated to speak on behalf of all of us, so here we go. And they made fun of me because I wrote it down, but this is why. Thank you for the invitation to be here tonight. We want to take a moment to thank the school board and administration for everything you do for our students, our staff, and our activities. Your support allows us to provide opportunities for kids that go far beyond what happens in a classroom. We are incredibly grateful for the recognition we received tonight, but I think we would all agree that these really aren't our awards. Our names may be on them, but this recognition represents so many people who have helped us along the way. It belongs to the coaches who came before us and taught us what great coaching is supposed to look like. It belongs to the mentors who welcomed us into this profession, believed in us, and helped establish the standards and expectations that come with wearing blue and gold. Most importantly, it belongs to our athletes. At the end of the day, we don't run the races, they do, thankfully. We don't take the shots, they do. We don't make the plays, they do. We simply have the privilege of helping them along the way. When the general community follows a team, they see the final score, the championship, the medal, or the placing. What they don't always see are the early mornings, the long practices, the late night bus rides, the tough workouts, the setbacks, and the countless times our athletes have been asked to push themselves a little further. We coach because someone once did it for us. Someone believed in us, pushed us, encouraged us, and taught us lessons that had very little to do with the scoreboard. We want our athletes to love their sport, but we also want them to learn how to work hard when things aren't easy. We want them to understand the importance of being a great teammate, setting goals, persevering through challenges, and celebrating success with humility. We want them to learn how to handle disappointment, pick themselves back up, and keep moving forward. Our hope is that when our athletes leave our programs, they take those lessons with them into their next phase of life. We are proud of what our Golden Eagles have accomplished, but we are even more proud of the people they are becoming. Thank you for this recognition, and thank you for continuing to support our students, coaches, and activities. We are excited for the 26-27 school year and can't wait to see what the next group of Golden Eagles will accomplish. Thank you. Yeah.
Very eloquent. Very nice. So.
It's best if I'm scripted.
Congrats. I mean, appreciate everything you guys do. It's all about the students and what you do for them. So I talked to new teachers today and I said, you know, you have the opportunity to make a huge difference in kids' future. So take advantage of that. And obviously you guys have done that. So thank you so much for working for us and doing what you do.
Thank you.
Our pleasure. Thank you for your support.
I think it's really important what Kitty talked about, and I'm glad you mentioned the bus rides and the late nights and the early mornings and the two-a-day practices, which will be starting here this week. But it's that behind-the-scenes stuff, which we really appreciate. And you nailed it. I mean, yes, everybody pays attention to the score or the final outcomes, but it's really everything that goes in. And we know that it comes at a cost to you as well, and appreciate your time and all of your efforts. So to be honored by your peers is one of the greatest things. So very much.
If I could just say one thing. not going to talk about golf because it could take a while, so. And just in reflecting upon my career, and there's a lot of great administrators and coaches and people I worked with, but there's two that come to mind that gave me a chance and opportunity, that believed in me, that I just think they need to be recognized. One is Cindy Heupel. She took a chance on me as an educator, and I know coaching goes with teaching and teaching goes with coaching, but I couldn't thank her enough for just believing in me and giving me a chance. And John Emmett hired me as the golf coach 29 years ago. So I just think there's always people in our lives that gave us opportunities that, as I reflect upon them, I'm very grateful. So I just wanted to, mention those people.
It took you 28 years to win the championship?
Yeah. But he did it.
Back to back.
Having been on both the head and assistant coaches here in this district, having assistant coaches that are loyal to their head coaches, I know you head coaches you work with, that wasn't easy. So I've always greatly appreciated the things you can take off the head coach's plate and the encouragement that you can get next to athletes a little closer, and encouragement that a head coach can. Your words mean a lot, so appreciate all your efforts. I'm not going to minimize, Kim, your golf coaching abilities, but years ago, Oneida had a pair of Byram brothers, and they asked the head coach what he taught them, and he said, my job was to get them to the meets on time. I'm sure that didn't apply to you, but again,
Good athletes the other way.
congratulations, all of you.
Yeah, congratulations. Thanks, Coach. All right, thanks, everybody. I would entertain a motion for approval of tonight's agenda, please. Olson, seconded by Beckus. Any questions? Agenda? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Persons wishing to address the school board?
I have none.
Board remarks. Any board remarks this evening?
Those of us that went to the convention down in Sioux Falls, there were a lot of different topics, and I think it kept us interested and involved. They always do they give us nice meals, and they make us very welcome, and you get to talk to people from all over the state. So I appreciate that we had the opportunity to go.
I would echo that. As a new member, found that to be a valuable use of time and resources.
What I thought was interesting is the main speaker was from California, but moved to Rapid City, South Dakota,
Yeah.
because this is the place he wanted to be. And he does all his work, I think, from there. So, pretty interesting that he thinks this is okay. So, yeah.
Any other board remarks? Great. If not, we'll move on to approval of the minutes of the July 13th and July 27th meeting. Motion to approve, please.
I'll
Moved by
second.
Schultz, seconded by Bortnem. Any comments or corrections? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Moving on to the consent agenda. Does anybody wish anything pulled off the consent agenda before we vote on it?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Olson,
I'll second.
seconded by Gall. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Report to the superintendent. Dr. Guffin.
Thank you. Tomorrow, we'll have an opportunity to visit with all of the staff, but I wanted to give you a preview of our district goals, or ask you to approve those this evening. As we have done in the past, we did meet with the administrative team when they came back last week and went through some various items, but we have the same four topics that we've had in the past. So student achievement, health and wellness, school and community relations, and safety. And I'll just start, first of all, under student achievement. We always have a standing goal of meeting or exceeding our targets in our reading and our math assessments, which is measured by our state assessment. That's obviously a very important thing that we do every year, and we want to keep that at the forefront and continue to try and hit those targets. Mrs. Call this year will be continuing her work with the district literacy committee. As you recall, we do have a fairly large literacy grant that we're working with the state on. We've made our curriculum adoptions, so we'll continue that work, but the literacy committee has done a very nice job, has made some really big changes to some things in our school district, so that work will continue. Also, we're going to be focusing on the writing instruction as well, so that's an extension of that literacy work that will be happening. We are going to be implementing professional learning communities, or referred to as PLCs. We've had some pockets of that across the district, and I found that to be successful, but trying to give teachers some training when they need it, and the best way of doing that is through a PLC. So we'll be doing that at our elementary schools to strengthen, and a lot of this is tied back to our work with the literacy committee as well. And then this year, Mrs. Call will be working with elementary teachers on our math curriculum. So as you know, language arts and math are our two biggest adoptions. We have a year in between, but those will be taking a look at math this year, and I think she's already started taking a look at some things and aligning those. Obviously, the state standards have changed pretty dramatically at the state level, so we'll need to make sure that we're adopting curriculum which aligns to those new state standards. In relation to health and wellness, we'll continue our work with our district wellness committee. That group will be looking for another way to engage staff. We've tried a couple of different things over the years, but that group will be taking a look at doing some different things with the wellness committee again this year. Under school and community relations, Alyssa has done a very nice job providing timely and consistent communication with our parents. Last year we transitioned that, our newsletter, shared that with all of our parents in the school district, and we're looking at transitioning that maybe to other community members this year as well. So getting the word out about the school district, but communication through all of our outlets is one of our top priorities. Also this year, we have a very exciting thing. We'll be presenting a little bit more on this in a couple of board meetings later. But we are working with 3M on a pretty sizable project actually, but we'll be implementing a mechatronics program. They came to us after we already had our schedule set, so this will be something that we'll be taking a look at in the spring. But they have some things in place, and again, Mrs. Call and Mr. Johnson will present on this in just a couple of weeks, so you have a clearer idea what this is all about, but that is one of our district goals for the year. In terms of safety, as you know, that is our top priority. We did conduct a full-scale emergency preparedness exercise that took place on July 30th. At Central High School. It was a very comprehensive drill. There were evaluators from outside of the community, actually, that came and provided feedback to the school district and to our emergency responders, but it was a very full day, but a very, very good exercise. We also use our Safe Schools online training. That has opened up, and staff are starting to get that complete. They haven't to get a few weeks to get that completed. When our SROs get back, we will be conducting scenario-based ALICE drills. We do a little, some things differently with our students than we do with our staff, but we'll be doing those safety drills once our SROs get back. And then we'll continue with our mental health first aid. We do continue to train all of our new educational support paraprofessionals with that. And that has been well received by our paraprofessionals. Questions or comments about the district goals?
I have two quick questions. Is it this about our third year since we got the assessment going? I can't remember how many years ago we kind of went away
from Smarter Balance to the state assessment. It's been
longer than that. Okay.
5 years.
I'm trying to go with pre-COVID or post-COVID.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was even before COVID.
Okay.
We took that year off, of course, but.
Other question. I've heard through the grapevine that some school districts back east or whatever in elementary are going away from technology to improve writing. They want to get back to the pencil and paper to improve their skills. I don't know, is that a trend that you've heard anything about?
I don't know if it's specific to writing necessarily,
Okay.
but I think the reliance on technology in general has been a pretty vast discussion across the country. I mean, we certainly use it when we need to. I don't think we have an over-reliance on that, but we'll take a look at that as well, just so we can articulate exactly how that's being used. But I don't think it's specific to writing unless Mrs. Call has a different thought on that, but looking at it. Yeah.
Backing away a little bit.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Other questions? Mr. Olson?
Kind of a hypothetical, but with the primary completed now and Governor Roden's the candidate for the Republican Party, and do you think educationally things are going to change going forward with him as governor? I mean, we worry every year they go in the legislative session and they whatever they want to do, but do you see any big changes with what we're trying to accomplish here and what they're trying to accomplish.
I don't think you'll see much of it. I mean, Governor Roden's been in place for a couple of years. I think I don't see a change in terms of the
Dollars.
secretary. Who knows about that, I guess, but I don't see any major changes coming forward, I guess.
Okay.
Other questions? Mr. Owen?
In terms of, obviously, I've been on the job now about a month now, but in terms of performance relative to goals in your past, I feel like, has there been a demonstrated history of accomplishing the goals that we've been set? And then part two of my question being, how are these performance to goals tracked and then reported on subsequent to that?
Yeah. The trickiest one is the first one, meeting the targets for the state assessments, and that seems to be a moving target, to be completely honest. But we do our best with that. I mean, we have different group of kids every year, different makeup of kids. They expected to have different results, so that's a complication in and of itself. But we do come back in mid-year, so the January board meeting, I'll report back to staff again in January. So I'll come with a list of here's some things that we've done, what has been completed, and then we do another end-of-year completion as well. Some of these are tied to very specific metrics, like X%. Some of them are not necessarily a very definitive percentage or an increase, but
It's more of a completion.
yeah, it's more of a, like, these are our priorities. Like, for example, the communication piece, like, when she does her report, she'll be able to tell you exactly what our reach has been and those types of things. But some are more data specific than others, I guess would be my.
Anecdotally, I feel like I'm getting communicated from the district, so.
Yeah, we had that kind of like, can we give it to them? School is starting, but.
We also get a report from the principals every
Yes.
2 weeks or a month.
Yeah.
That they report on their goals and how they're accomplishing them at their school. And that's helpful for me to see how they're doing, so.
Thank you.
Melissa, I don't want to steal your thunder from your report whenever you do it, but I mean, last year you talked about how the buy-in and the visits have just grown exponentially. Are they still on that scale?
Yes, and newsletter, you kind of talked about how we're sending the newsletter out farther, and so of course those views are higher as well. But our both Instagram and Facebook, our story's getting out farther and we're reaching more people.
She'll walk through the top 10. Well,
I know.
yeah.
I didn't want to steal you.
Yeah, are you the next board meeting?
Tomorrow and then the next board meeting.
Yeah, okay, yeah, she is the next board. Okay, well, I'll be quiet.
Don't ruin it. Like Any other, Mr. Schultz?
I'd make a motion to approve the 26-27 district goals.
Is there a second? So moved. Olson. Any other comments or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no, motion carries.
Thanks for your work.
The next item on the agenda is our summer projects update. Mr. Alberg has also been on the job for a short period of time and has done a fantastic job asking good questions and getting projects to completion. He jumped in midstream, so if you want to give us an update on where projects are at.
Yes. Good evening. I'm going to start by saying my first 5 weeks on the job, there's been an awful lot of learning happening. And I really need to give a heartfelt thanks to Mark Lanzer and Laura Warner for their help. Just two tremendous assets for me. So like I said, started here at the 1st of July. Simmons Middle School, that project is coming along very nicely. The new cabinetry was installed in the Achieve classrooms. Previous art room was made into 2 more classrooms for special education. They've been busy outside. The footings have been poured. The backfill has been done. Today they were working on installing the plumbing. The hope is that towards the end of this week they'll be pouring the cement flooring for that. And then the steel will come, and then all of a sudden it's going to look like everything's getting done. So that project's moving along very well. This summer, some concrete and asphalt work has been done. New sidewalks at Central and at Mike Miller. Mark took a picture of the cement crane there. He just thought that was a great picture. He's like, you gotta use it, Jared.
It is good.
And then we have a new ramp at Lincoln Elementary for the food service delivery.
didn't take a picture of the parking lot, but Central was chip sealed this year. We also had to replace repair a couple storm drains out there in the west parking lot of Central. So that's been done. It was painted last Thursday, so that's ready to go. The biggest thing that you'll see when you go out to the Brownell Activities Complex is the new ticket entrance. And that started right towards the end of the school year. It's almost completed. It's certainly a nice upgrade. It looks very, very nice when you go there. I was out there most of last Friday, and Gene came out a couple times to supervise, and so that was good. Also out at the complex, I got a couple pictures of the bleachers. The visitor side bleachers were wood for your feet, and that was replaced with aluminum because it was in pretty dire straits. That's been done, and there was also a new accessible ramp put on the north side of the visitors bleachers. And then last week, the new football scoreboard arrived for Holgate, and the day after it got here, it was put up. So, and I took this picture this morning, and it looks vastly different now than what it did this morning, but the Simmons Elementary Lounge was updated, and along with the lounge being updated, there was some HVAC done for the office and the lounge. Very nice 12-foot ceiling, new cabinetry. It's very, very nice. This is really exciting. Central got 2 new boilers put in.
There you go.
Yes. And an expansion tank. Those are currently being installed right now for all of you fans of boilers. And finally, I think it's been I've been here in the district 15 years, and there's always pictures of the floors. And I put this in here just to say the custodial crew, the grounds crew, the technology crew, they do a phenomenal job in the summertime. They are tasked with completing many assignments in a short amount of time, and somehow they always pull it off. And so they need to be commended for what they do. So,
Agree.
that's what's happening in my quiet little part of the world.
Jared, can you go back to the Brownell ticket?
Yep.
Josh, do you want to talk a little bit about the technology piece?
Sure. So we've added the ability to do digital tickets within that system. So we pull the internet out there, and then we have put a programmable door right in the center of it. So that main entrance has a roll door that will go up on a program, and then we have it scheduled to go down on a program, which is super beneficial because before those would sometimes get opened and not get shut. So it's a security feature that's really nice. And then we've also added some televisions to be able to, for the people taking tickets to be able to watch what's going on. And then on the opposite side of that is another TV with, we can put any kind of digital signage that we want to put on there. So it's going to be, it looks really nice. It's going to be really nice.
Can you talk about track a little bit? Track meet with the digital boards?
For the like track scoreboard. Yeah, so like, we'll be able to also put in like our track records and stuff on the backside. So basically that can be rotating through the track records. And what else we got in there? Door controllers.
Air conditioning.
Air conditioning. It's also designed to be able to process people faster. I don't know if you've been to like a homecoming, but hopefully we can move them through.
There's 4 ticket windows. In the past, we had 2, so we've doubled the capacity there for people. But the e-ticket thing, I think, will be nice.
Yep.
It's used across many other districts, so.
Are the concessions all electronic too?
We've added, it's not fully, I mean, you can still bring cash if you want to, but we do have credit cards for people to be able to purchase with those.
What's the difference of the new Holgate scoreboard there?
The other one was just very old. Okay. This one's updated. This one also, it's not installed yet because it was supposed to go underneath the scoreboard, but it'd be too low. But it's gonna have a play clock.
Yeah.
That's visible.
The old one, you could not get parts for it anymore, and if it would have stopped, we would not have been able to have anything running.
I think the new one also could accommodate soccer as well. I don't think the
Yes.
old one could do soccer, and we don't typically use that field, but we wanted to kind of think forward thinking a little bit on that. I mean, I can't imagine at some point we wouldn't have any school with soccer, or even just a place to play, another option for that, so that's another change, I think, with that scoreboard. It's nothing fancy at all, it's a very
Yeah.
primary, I mean, just very,
The older one, 20 years old, 25?
At least.
Might have been original.
It was the original.
Are you kidding me?
no.
Yeah, you could not get parts for it anymore. We also added some cameras out there just because.
76.
I can't imagine it was replaced any other time.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, last item on the agenda is the second reading of policy JJE, which was our policy on student fundraising activities.
So moved.
Moved by Olson, is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Dr. Bortnam. Any questions on the second reading of JJE? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries. Seeing no more business, I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Olson. Say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. We are adjourned. Thank you.